Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, a local metalhead. With me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody?
So, you wanted to watch Violent Night, so I told you we would go and watch it, and then we'd talk about it.
I legit can't tell you the last time I was this stoked to go see a Santa Claus movie.
Yeah, after you showed me the trailer, I was pretty excited too.
I was like, nobody I know will appreciate this shit more than Greg.
Yeah.
I said, if anybody's going to go to see this with me, it's going to be Greg.
Because I love David Harbour. Like, ever since Stranger Things, I've like really enjoyed his work.
Well, we were talking earlier, and I think he's been great as little. I know him from a bunch of little roles like Equalizer and Suicide Squad, stuff like that. I've always enjoyed him. I thought he played a great bad guy in most stuff, but he's like, because of Stranger Things and Hellboy, he's playing the hero, and he fucking kills it as Santa Claus.
Yeah, he definitely holds his own in this fucking movie.
Dude, he looks as good as Santa Claus as fucking John Hamm does in the World Cup commercials. Like, you ever just see a motherfucker and you're just like, God, this dude's meant to play Santa.
Right.
Like, you know who else did a great job? Fucking Mel Gibson. He looks like a good Santa, dude.
Right.
The Fat Man is like this movie, but like even more hardcore with like the fucking killing and the injuries and shit.
This one's more hardcore, or the Fat Man is?
The Fat Man is,
oh,
dude.
I didn't watch that one.
It's way more ridiculous. A little kid's like, fuck Santa, I'm going to kill him.
Oh my God.
It sends a team of hitmen led by Walter Coggins to murder fucking Mel Gibson, who's Santa. And like all the elves and shit. And then like he's out there fucking killing off these motherfuckers. And Walter Coggins' motivation is that he was like, he's a problem child and he never got anything for Christmas. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
It kind of sounds like this movie a little bit.
It is, but like it just like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like I don't know, man. This one was more. I think people don't like Mel Gibson like that anymore.
Not really. I kind of fell off the Mel Gibson train.
This one, David Harbour's more of a fan favorite,
right? And this one surprised me because when you see the trailer, you think it's like all action. But there's some heart sprinkled in this movie.
There really is, man. There's some moments that it kind of is like, all right, man, like it gives you hope in humanity.
Yeah, it sprinkles in some like Christmas cheer in this movie. A violent movie.
This is like one of the few Santa movies that kind of gets into his backstory a little bit. Apparently, Santa was like Thor.
He was a fucking Viking.
Yeah, he was like a Viking Thor type character. He has this fucking badass hammer that, unfortunately, spoilers, you don't get to see him use in the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
He holds it for like 5 seconds at the end, and I'm like, oh, okay, Santa's Thor.
Well, I mean, he does use a hammer. It's just
right,
not...
but not that one.
Yeah. It's not his Thor hammer.
Oh, believe me, folks, very creative on some of the kills in this one.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how like creative they got, and I'm glad too.
Only 2 icicle kills, man. I was really proud of them for not going at that low-hanging fruit so much.
I liked how creative they were because there was one kill that I was like, what are you going to do here? And I was like, didn't see that coming.
I loved that they never let him use a gun.
Yeah. I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It would have just cheapened it.
Right. But like, I loved how he holds up this fucking assault rifle and he's like, does anyone know how to use these gizmos? Because he has no fucking clue. That's how old he is.
Yeah.
But that was badass. So the movie opens. First of all, cast, we haven't said a lot about the cast. We talked about David Harbour, but
David Harbour,
the great John Leguizamo plays the heavy in this. I feel
like we need an applause. Like,
yeah,
I fucking love John Leguizamo.
We do need an applause button.
And then we have what's his name?
Taika Waititi's fucking stunt double, dude. Fucking Alex Hassel looks just like that fucking...
The first like quarter of this movie, I had to convince myself that was not Taika Waititi.
I fucked up. Like,
they have to be like...
I've seen this dude in something else. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I knew it wasn't Taika, but he fucking does look like identical to him in my mind.
Yes. Alexis Louder?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I was about to say those three are like the biggest. Oh, and Beverly D'Angelo playing the grandma.
Oh yeah, she was badass.
She was as good as old bitch, dude. Mm-hmm. She really was. Like she played a like mean rich lady very well. And I actually like the kid that played Beatrice. Like,
I was trying to put my finger on it. Like, there was a kid from like the 90s that like he was like channeling that kid.
I thought he
cannot
looked like, I
remember.
thought he was being Justin Bieber, honestly.
Justin Bieber, yeah.
like
I could see that.
early teen Justin Bieber, because
Right.
like even the hair and like all that shit.
Yeah. There was a kid in the 90s that played the asshole kid, and it reminded me of him. But yeah, he did a fine job.
And the little girl, Leah Brady, she
was great.
She stole the movie, in my opinion. She was adorable.
She was the heart of the movie.
She really was. Like, she did a great job of like not coming off corny,
Mhm.
because like it's very, you're walking a tight line. As crazy as this is, we're talking about a movie about fucking Santa Claus going badass on people.
Yeah,
Like,
smashing people's face in with a hammer.
right. It could go very slapsticky very quickly, and I felt like they did a good job of having fun, but also taking it somewhat serious.
I have to agree. They really did a good job, because I was thinking that when watching this. I'm like, I know what this is going into it. Are they going to go full slapstick silly and not take the story serious?
Right.
But they didn't. They had fun with it, but they still had a solid story that made you care about these characters. So
I will say this: it was very hard for me not to make comparisons to Die Hard, because the Vault, like how
yes, it does play homages to like previous like crime movies during Christmas. I'll give it that.
Dude, the Home Alone, I really thought it would be like not, you know what I'm saying? Like we've seen this so many times, like, but that little girl, actually, I had fun with it. Like she was fucking them people up.
Right.
Like,
It was unassuming. Because in Home Alone, he sets up the traps, and you're like, oh, this is how it's gonna go.
That's the PG version. This is like
This
the
is the
X-rated
X-rated version, because she sets up the traps, and you're like, oh, it's gonna set up like this, and it goes off the rails, and you're like, I did not see that coming.
This is how fucked up David Stern or Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci should have been in those movies. Like when she rips that bitch's hair out, I was like, oh my God, like that's terrible. She does that super cool, like fucking backflip shit to get up, and like just
Rips the fucking back of her head off.
scalped her ass.
So the whole premise of this movie is, what's the old lady's name?
Beverly D'Angelo.
Beverly D'Angelo is a very rich and powerful woman, and she has a bunch of money in her house.
Lightstone, Mrs. Lightstone.
And John Leguizamo and his crew come in to steal it. And at the same time, the real Santa Claus, which we have to say,
Was there dropping off
was there dropping off gifts. So he can't just leave this little girl in there.
Well,
he
like I
has to
said,
save them.
I love that part of it. Like the fact that he was there was just pure coincidence, because
Yeah.
the little girl, she's a sweetheart. She cares about Santa a lot. So she made cookies and she poured the milk, and you know, so like he's eating the cookies, and like he obviously is a cookie connoisseur, you know, he eats thousands of them. And you know, so he's eating the cookie, and like they're rich, so she got like some really expensive brandy, pours him a fucking glass of that.
He's like, this is before the war.
And then he's got like she's got like one of those really nice massage chairs that you see in malls and stuff. And
Before that, he's delivering presents, but he's very like, he's not happy about it, because
Yeah, he's
everyone's so
hammered, too.
greedy. Yeah, he's hammered the whole time. He's basically the real Santa, but bad Santa, you know?
it's just like Santa when he's like tired of this shit. Like
He's over it. Nobody appreciates him anymore. You know, all they want is video games and money.
And it was literally like, it even showed the kids' Christmas list, and it was just like cash 4 times and then video games.
And even the stockings, they just put cash in the fucking stockings.
Yeah.
I never got that as a kid. That would have been nice.
But yeah, like it does a real good job of painting like where kids are at like nowadays, you know. And it does suck, because like when you are a kid, man, you believe in Santa, you believe in shit like that, and then I don't know, we all become monsters when we get older. Like
I never believed in Santa.
Never?
No, there was never a time I was like, oh, that's real.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
I don't know. I guess I knew he was a fictional character, but it was fun to imagine, I guess.
I was like solid down until I was like 9.
Yeah.
And then I started kind of seeing holes in the theory, you know, and then you just kind of believe for another year, because you got a younger sibling that's okay with it, and
right.
You still want good gifts, and Santa brings better gifts than your mom and dad. Everybody knows that. So,
Yeah.
You know,
my mom still does it. She'll take pictures of the presents she gets, and she's like, Santa Claus came. Like, still acts like I believe in him, which
that's adorable.
Right.
Well, you know, you don't have kids, so she has to get her kicks in.
This is true.
She just treats you.
I fucking love Christmas, by the way. It's my favorite holiday. That's the only reason I agreed to this, because
It is my
I love
favorite
Christmas.
holiday as well.
Yes.
Mine
Even though
is-
your birthday is on Halloween.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, everybody thinks, oh, cool, your birthday's on Halloween. It's got to be your favorite holiday. No, it's not even in my top
I'm
3.
sick of it, actually.
Not even in my top 3.
Top 3. What are the others?
He goes, Christmas, Thanksgiving is a close second because I love food.
Yeah.
And then I enjoy Valentine's Day.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, man. I think it's like, just a nice day for you to, tell the woman, the person in your life that, they mean something to you.
You do that. You can do that all year long. You don't have to wait for a special day.
Yeah, but you get like extra credit if you do it on Valentine's Day.
AKA blowjob.
And, whatever you're into.
Finger in the butt.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, that's
whatever.
the one time a year your old lady's like, all right.
We skip Valentine's Day in this house.
Do you?
We do not celebrate it.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't fuck with Scientology, Greg.
So I am sick. I have been sick for a few days, so I'm trying not to laugh really hard, but this motherfucker's trying to make me laugh, and I don't want to cough all over the microphone. So anyway, so Santa,
Right.
he's in here, he's eating, and he's like, oh, homemade cookies. And he hears the gunshots, and he's like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this shit today. But then he goes to leave.
And his magic like fails.
Oh yeah, that was pretty like convenient.
That's weird that this is the second time I've seen a Santa do the thing with the nose. Tim Allen does it in the Santa Claus series.
Mm.
I just noticed that. Like, I was like, I guess that's like a Santa staple I didn't pick up on over the years.
I was thinking, I think this movie kind of like takes a lot of tropes from different like Santa Claus movies and kind of like meshes them together, kind of
Yeah.
like Die Hard and Santa
Right.
Claus and everything. Like, I think it's pretty clever, But
Because the first,
yeah, I haven't really seen anyone do the nose thing. Like, this was, like you said, probably the second time I've seen it, so they might have just, taken it from there.
But yeah, so he's like going to get out. No, it's not working.
Yeah, because he drinks so much fucking alcohol, I'm assuming.
And the Christmas spirit's dying.
That's true, yeah.
I think that's like the main thing, So he can't get up on the roof, and the first bad guy he encounters comes in, and he's like, "Hey, man, I love how he tries to hide behind the fucking tree,
Right.
Like he's not 6'5", a massive individual. Look, man, I don't want any part of what's going on here. I'm just gonna
I'm
mosey
just
on
going to
up,
get my bag and I'm going to get out of here.
going up the chimney, and then of course, old boy just tries to like kill him. And the first thing he does, he like tries to shoot him with this big rifle. So he points it up and it shoots the roof, and the fucking reindeer book it. They're out of there.
They said, fuck everything about this.
So he's like, "Fuck, not the reindeer!" Like he ends up killing that guy, and he looks out the window, and the reindeer just flying off. He's like, "How fuck are you gonna leave me?" And so then the fun starts. First, he's still gonna like walk. I don't know why, but like he's got it in his head. He's gonna walk.
Yeah. He doesn't want any of these fucking problems, even though he was a fucking Viking,
Right.
Thor Viking.
Well,
But,
like you said, it's like his mindset is kind of like fuck Christmas now. Like
Yeah, that's true.
they've beat me. Like I don't want to do this anymore.
Like, this is what the world has come to. I don't
Right.
want to be a part of it, kind of thing. But he sees the little girl, and
That's literally the only reason why he stays.
mhm.
And her dad gave her the little walkie-talkie.
I thought that was pretty amusing. Like, you see it in the trailer,
Mm,
and I was like, how are they gonna explain that? And he gets the bad guy's like walkie-talkie, and he changes the frequencies, and it picks up on hers. I thought that was pretty clever.
Because even Santa tries to call 911.
Yeah.
And of course, they cut the phone lines. I love how they set up Al, like the guy in the booth, like he's going to be like the last line of defense against these guys.
Mm.
And he's like the first motherfucker to get it, dude. John Leguizamo blows his shit right off. But yeah, so pretty much Santa just starts going to work like one by one on these dudes.
Mhm.
And the little girl goes to hide in the attic, which I thought was a nice touch. The interactions with the family, because there's the dad, the little girl's dad, who is Beverly D'Angelo's son, and then there's a lady. I've seen her in other stuff. I don't realize her name right now.
Oh, you're talking about the
Edie Patterson.
Yeah.
Pattinson?
I was trying to think of where I seen her before, but she does pop up.
Patterson. Yeah, she's been in like sitcoms and stuff. I've seen her. But yeah, so she's the sister, and her family is like she's got the Justin Bieber kid, and she's got like the super douchebag boyfriend who's like 15 years younger than her, and he thinks he's an action star and shit. Like when you first get introduced to the characters, and she's like, "Kiss me in front of my son." Like I was like, "What the fuck? Why would she say that?"
Right. She's asserting dominance.
And it's just like a funny ass scene, dude. So they come in and they're like talking about, he's talking about like when he's gonna fucking murder everybody and torture everybody, and he's like, I'm getting very angry, and when I do, I start shooting people at random. He goes, and then like the little Justin Bieber kid raises his hand. He's like, what? He's like, well, if you shoot people random, what happens if you randomly shoot the person that knows where it's at?
Yeah. Because they go down to get the money that they're there for and realize the fucking vault's empty. So
he's like, I fucking hate you people.
It was pretty funny. There was a lot of like comedic moments in this, and it wasn't overly done. It was like a perfect balance of everything.
Yeah.
It was just funny enough. It was just silly enough, and it just had enough heart. Like,
right.
These guys are the ones that did the Sonic movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to give credit where credit's due. Like,
I fuck with both Sonics.
Like, I didn't watch the second one, but the first one, just not my thing.
Yeah, Idris Elba killed it as Knuckles.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. But they did a good job on this movie. Like, tone. Like, I thought it was perfectly balanced.
And
So.
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey killed it as Dr.
Oh,
Robotnik.
yeah, it's Jim Carrey, though. He does great in everything.
I know. You know, I was wondering, like, why we never got a Grinch 2.
I don't need it. I feel like it would be milking a cow.
Yeah, probably at this point.
But
like,
even still, like, I don't want to see a Grinch 2.
Would you rather have saw a Grinch 2 or a Dumb and Dumber 2? Because you didn't get a choice. You just got Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
So, and then like a lot
but
of
it was
people,
so fucking long. Like, the space between the two.
20 years.
Yeah. Like,
It was hilarious how they like rode up the gap though.
mhm.
I thought that was fucking gold. I thought going in, I was like, this might be the best sequel we ever see, and it wasn't, but still had some good moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, David Harbour does a great job of
Can we just-
mixing in the action with the comedy.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely.
I mean, like,
Can we just talk about how, so he fights that one guy and then he realizes he's like pouring blood. So he has to go and
stitch
himself up. So he takes his fucking clothes out. And I love that you said, you're like, Santa's about that life. Cause he's like covered in these like Nordic
scars
tattoos.
and fucking like, yeah.
Cause you don't know his backstory yet.
Right.
And it just, you're like, what the fuck is Santa about?
Yeah, he's just covered in Nordic fucking mythology tattoos and
Mhm.
like fucking scars of war, and I'm just like, oh, Santa's about that life.
Yeah.
dude. Like,
And then he fucking takes like Christmas supplies and sews himself up. He
Yeah.
even wraps a bow around his fucking Christmas paper over the wound. Like,
Yeah.
my wife was like, this is so silly. But I'm like, yeah, that's what makes it funny. Just silly enough.
and he's like talking to the little kid while he's doing it. Very diehard moment.
Yeah, he's,
You know, pal.
mhm.
You know, John McClane's talking to Family Matters.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just it's great, man. I just like there was so many fucking very cool kills. Like I don't want to. I was thinking about it on the way over here. Like, are we doing a fucking spoiler podcast? Like, I know we've already, but I feel like people are gonna know what the fuck this movie is. Like, I don't feel like we're really ruin anything.
The wife just texted me. She's like, holy shit, the dad from Violent Night was the translucent from The Boys.
That's where I fucking recognized him from. I knew I recognized his ass from something, dude. Yes, translucent. Yes, doesn't even mean invisible, dick.
I do have to say, I think I'm gonna chop this up to my expectations, but the middle of the movie kind of lulled. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just kind of like when they say Violent Night, they did a lot of action in the like kind of beginning, and in the middle they were setting everything up, giving backstories, and there was a lot of like exposition going on, which is, you know, it was fine. But I'm like, I thought this was Violent Night. I thought we were gonna have like nonstop action kind
Yeah,
of thing.
but when he goes to the barn,
But that's what I was
they
gonna
made
say.
up for it.
That's where I was gonna go with this. Is like, I thought it lulled, but then it picked back up, and then it does not let its foot off the gas once it starts going.
It's like,
And then
hey.
you get the movie that
Yeah.
you came to see.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking that too for a minute. I was like, you know, you really ain't killed that many motherfuckers,
Right.
And then Next thing you know, fucking SEAL Team 6 shows up and they're not the dudes that you think they are, you know, and then he just goes fucking John Wick on their ass. It's good shit.
Yeah.
I love the fucking blades on the skates. That was cool. He's like boxing motherfuckers with figure skates on.
Right.
The fucking sledgehammer.
I was gonna say
Holy
he takes them to
shit,
town with the
dude.
sledgehammer. It was a lot of fun, and like you said,
my
there's a
kneecap hurt from watching him.
he broke so many legs.
Oh
like,
my god,
fuck.
he kneecapped so many motherfuckers.
But that's what you do. You got to take out the legs.
Gotta go legs, then head.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he popped some pumpkins in that shit. Like I said, it's exactly what you do, and very creative. Like I said, with the way they did it.
Yeah, which I'm glad. I'm glad they didn't go cliche, and it wasn't super. There was a little like quick shots, action quick shots, where you don't really see what's going on. You kind of like, you know what, but there wasn't too much of that. There were some big shots when he like puts the blade through the guy's neck.
Oh yeah,
and puts him up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, I was like, oof.
Oh, dude, stabs him through the fucking eye with a star, dude.
Yeah, and plugs that bitch in.
Yeah, there was a lot of good. Not too punny either.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like he was like. I mean, of course,
it could have gone there, but it didn't, which I appreciate.
Oh, there was still a couple.
No. I'm saying
they slid them in.
Yeah,
but yeah. That's why I was like, that's what I loved. It was great and it was fun, but it wasn't like cheesy fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like I said, it still held its foundation as far as the overall tone. You know, like it didn't feel, like I said, it didn't feel all slapsticky and shit.
Yeah. I seen some kids in there though, like pretty young kids that sat in front of us.
Really?
Would you take
Brody? I would maybe take my son, maybe, because he told me that he didn't believe in Santa anymore, and you know it hurt me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because as a parent, you pride yourself on.
Well, if they believe in him for too long, you have a retarded kid. So
nah, I'm just saying, like but and obviously we had to talk, like your sister's still young, so you got to fake it for her,
right?
And you better be fucking convincing. But so I maybe would have took him, even though I don't really. It was pretty violent in some parts.
Yeah.
So that would have been something. But, I mean, he knows that it's fun. He knows it. So I probably would have took him. But, like any younger than that, no.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a little too much for too young a kid. Like I said, if they don't believe anymore, it's probably okay. But if they're like fucking 7 and they just like saw you putting out shit on Christmas Eve, and like, you know what I mean? Like, then I wouldn't take them, because like they're gonna.
That would be pretty crazy if they really believed in Santa Claus and you take them to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, Santa Claus is a badass. I'm gonna be extra good next year because I don't want him to kill me.
If anybody comes to rob us on Christmas Eve, they're fucked, because Santa's a fucking
right
soldier, son. Santa's an absolute fucking unit in this one, dude. This was fun, man. Like I said, like we also talked about that on the way home or way over here, and we said, like, do you want another one? And I do, because I think this is one that could go on. Like, if
you had the same writers and they kept the same tone and they did something like, I don't know,
like the John Wicks, bro. You just got to find a way to keep it interesting.
What if these guys
got to have just enough plot?
What if John Leguizamo was part of a bigger thing and they find out how to get to Santa and they raid Santa's North Pole and he has to fight him off from there?
I feel like that's number 3. You know what I mean?
What's number 2?
Number 2 is John Leguizamo's brother. It's the revenge plot. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they set a trap for Santa. Like, he thinks he's coming to deliver gifts to the little kid, but
that makes sense. Yeah.
It's them waiting on him. So then it's kind of flipped on its neck, like he's got the booby traps and shit.
Yeah, I see that.
In that one, he gets to use a little bit more. He actually gets to use the hammer, because from this movie,
he has it.
Right, because from this movie, now he's always got it on him.
And now Mrs. Claus is with him, and she's a bad bitch, and they just team up and take them out.
That's what I'm saying. We get a little more interaction with the reindeers. We get some sleigh kills in this one.
Yeah.
He's doing fucking maybe some elf kills. Maybe he's got his own like ninja fucking elves that he only calls in when it's like real bad, real dire shit, And then, like you said, the third one is,
what if the elves aren't little? They're just grown fucking monsters, like a bunch of the mountains walking around.
Yeah,
because he's an old Viking.
that's the one thing they always get wrong in the Christmas movies and shit. Like the elves aren't tiny little things.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
these
But he
massive-
has these giant like troll elves.
yeah, like ogre elves.
Right.
It's like Shrek with pointed ears.
Yes.
Santa, Seeker's God giving you a problem. Like they're all British. Yes, that would work.
Oh, I'm into it. No, okay, now you sold me.
He's got like a pet Falcon polar bear. Like, how dope would that be? You get to watch this polar bear just run through people. Fucking. It's drinking Coca-Cola.
I was gonna say you gotta have the Coke in there. After he's done killing people, he fucking drinks a Coke.
Yes.
I'm into it. Okay, you sold me. Let's get this. Let's get this script written. Let's get this.
David,
let's
call
pitch.
us.
David, call us. We got ideas. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's a highly recommended. Like, this is probably gonna make it on my Christmas list.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying this when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, it's fun. And like you said, it's not like a family event, but like, you know.
But there's still heart in it. That's what I enjoyed, is they still had the heart in there and still had that like Christmas spirit feeling.
Like I said, I was super excited for this because, like I said, the premise just got me. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, "This is a Santa Claus movie."
I like that
we all deserve.
Right. I like that they made him a real Santa, not just like a, bad Santa, like a
Right.
guy playing Santa.
Oh, the first 20 minutes, dude. I thought maybe for a second I was like, "Man, are we getting some Billy Bob in here too?"
Yeah, right.
Because like when he fucking throws up on that old lady, I said, "Oh shit, it's Dirty Santa, dude." He's out here spreading Christmas chum, dude. But yeah, he tightened it up.
Mhm.
He found that gangster in him. But yeah, but like I said, this is the first time I had been hyped up for a Christmas movie in a while,
Mhm.
and it didn't disappoint. I still left just as thoroughly entertained as I had hoped for.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot of times with these movies, like you go in like ready to have that fucking awesome time, and you're just kind of let down.
I kind of let down, yeah.
Like the previews was the movie. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen, because you could have, that easily could have happened here.
Because
but-
with these trailers now, man, you see so much.
what
of
did we?
them.
What was that trailer we watched for something that I'm like, this looks so good, and it's probably gonna be fucking trash.
Mhm.
Like, I don't remember what it was.
It was
but-
all trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Fuck you, bro.
No,
Tax
really.
collector.
Oh, Tax Collector.
Tax collector was like that for me.
Yeah. No, the Ant-Man, it looked like all spectacle. Like, it didn't give you like much story. It didn't look compelling to
I mean,
me.
you get 2 fucking minutes, man. You can't tell the whole plot, dude.
No,
Like,
but you can do something besides showing me pretty colors and
We
pretty
gave you
scenery.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, the dude playing fucking Kang. We gave you a lot, dude. The only thing I don't like from the trailer is like it already shows that like Ant-Man's daughter's dumb, like because she's like, we're sending a message to the quantum realm, and then they get sucked into it, and then she's like, where are we, bitch? You just said we sent a thing to the quantum. We're in the clearly we're in the fucking quantum realm.
I don't know. It didn't look compelling to me at all, but whatever.
I love Paul Rudd. I will watch Paul Rudd in anything.
I do love him, but
once.
I do not. I don't want to see him in these superhero movies anymore.
Oh man, he kills it.
I want him to go back to, what's his name? Can't think of
Sean William Scott.
the director.
Oh, Judd.
Yeah.
Judd
I want him to go back
Apatow.
to Judd Apatow.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure this is 60s coming.
But,
They did this is 40, so you get naturally they do it when they're grandparents.
true. Is there anything else you had on Violet Night that you wanted to talk about, or?
No, like I said, I don't want to give too much away just in case,
I didn't want to
'cause-
give away any of the special kills. Like,
So I'm saying,
see
like,
those on your own.
it it is fairly new and it just came out Friday, so
Right.
I want to give people a chance to see it, but
Yeah.
I still feel like we gave a good solid review on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not the longest review we've ever done.
At 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Um,
We usually do about 30 minutes movie review, and then we bullshit after for about another 30
no.
minutes.
I was telling you earlier, dude, I'm so fucking excited for these movies, bro. There's so many popcorn flicks coming out
I
next
know
year.
you were excited. What are
Super
you excited for?
I first of all, Transformers 6, bro.
Why?
Give me anything turning into a robot.
No.
Take my money, bro. Take
The
my
first
money.
one was good, but after that, it's just
Watch your
trash.
fucking mouth. They're all good.
Trash movies.
Michael Bay can direct these for the rest of eternity, and I'm fine with it. Dude, I
Somebody-
watched Optimus Primus, dude. Like, there's gonna be.
Somebody did make a good point. Like, he's making a certain type of art for a certain type of person. And it's just, I'm just not it. Like, I don't want strictly action movies. I don't want all just spectacle. I want some substance in there. But
Because your inner child has died.
I need to.
Can't love something simple just because it's great. You have to have a deep meaning through it and all.
It has me. It's like therapy. It helps me figure out who I am as a person, and I just can't get that from Michael Bay because all I get is explosions.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
really, I just haven't. I've never cared for the
And mechanical
Transformers.
sounds.
My brother made a comment. He's like, the Transformers, whenever they shift, sound like dubstep beatboxing.
Kind of. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Decepticons. I love that shit.
No, he said dubstep is what Transformers sound like when they beatbox. There you go.
Nice.
Oh, what other movies are you excited for?
Indiana Jones 5.
He's so old.
I
He's
don't-
like 100 years old.
I don't give a shit, bro. It's fucking Harrison Ford.
You fucking love IPs, don't you?
No, everybody loves Harrison Ford. Dude, Harrison Ford could kick our ass right now.
No, I'm not arguing
At
that.
at 80 years old.
I love Blade Runner.
He's fucking Han Solo, bro. Don't go Blade Runner.
I love Blade
Don't act
Runner.
like that's not the most recognized thing that you think of. when
That's
you
my
think of Harrison
favorite movie
Ford.
he's been in.
Air Force One comes to my fucking head before that bullshit. Like,
Mm,
get off my plane. So good.
love Blade Runner.
Gary Oldman's the bad guy
Oh, is he?
in Air Force One.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about in the new Indiana Jones, because that would be some...
No,
fucking
but that would
wild.
be dope. I don't know who it is. It's the Nazis. It's always the Nazis, dude.
Hey, can we talk about that one movie, Knock at the Cabin Door?
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be terrible.
But I'm kind of intrigued.
Because you want to know why they're there.
Fucking M. Night, he's like so good at the box. Like,
Yeah.
what's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
What's in the box? He does get me so intrigued. The only one I wasn't...
I feel like it's gonna be The Village all over again.
Oh
bro.
my God, if it is, I will find him and spit in his face.
It yeah, I'm not. He's not enough to. Yeah, I tell you, the last time I got excited for was Glass.
And I still haven't watched it.
I still haven't either.
I bought it to watch it, and
Split
I still...
was so good.
Split was good.
And I didn't even like Unbreakable that much, but the fact that it connected to Split made it worth it and made me excited for Glass.
I
dude.
love Unbreakable. I rewatched it recently.
And yeah, here we are. You know,
Another
fucking 3 years later, and I
another
still haven't
fucking
seen Glass.
Cabin in the Wood. But anyway, so Dave Bautista
Dave Bautista
is in this, and he says you guys have to make a choice, and whatever your choice is can either save or destroy the world. And it's just two dudes and a little girl in a cabin. So I just like, what's in the box? I want to know. Like, fuck. It's kind of like Us.
They're
Whenever
gonna have
Us
to kill-
came out,
they're gonna have to fucking kill one of them or the kids. Like, you know, it's gonna come down to that.
you think so?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they
You have to kill yourselves or this little girl.
Yeah, to save the world
Yeah.
for some reason, for whatever reason it is.
But you know, he's trying to paint it like there's some conspiracy theories, but it's probably going to be like, have you ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
yeah, I feel like it's a prequel to that because that's what he had. You had to either kill the virgin
Yeah.
or the world ends.
Right.
And they just fucking hug it out and let the world in. But yeah,
I don't know. Just interested. Fucking.
I don't know why people call me when they know I'm recording.
They probably don't know you're recording. That's what silence was for.
I know, but I turned it on when we left the movie. I
Oh.
don't know why.
I was going to say, we left the movie, came straight to do the podcast. What other movies are you excited about?
Well, Ant-Man, even though you've tried shitting on it,
Tried shitting on it?
that still looks fantastic.
Not to me.
The new animated Spider-Man movie looks awesome. I kind of want to see Babylon. Kind of don't.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Babylon. That
Yeah.
looked interesting. That looked
Yeah.
good. I liked it.
It's kind of like
it
a trippy picture.
It intrigued me because I love Margot Robbie. I want to see her in everything.
And Brad Pitt's always a killer.
Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt in a movie, he might
Mm.
leave and start a new family.
Or it could be another.
You know what's
another Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
funny is I didn't see a lot of their interactions together. Like a lot of the things in that movie, in the trailer anyway, they didn't have a lot of interactions
It
together.
looks like it's gonna be a long one,
It looks long as fuck. It looks 3 hours long,
easily.
but I think it seems interesting. Cocaine Bear looks dumb as
Looks
fuck.
ridiculously amazing.
It's like this movie.
It's gonna
like
be
Violent Night, but just
yeah.
without the heart.
I honestly like. I'll be honest with you though. Cocaine Bear is a like I got nothing better to do. Watch for me.
Well, the thing
I
is
wouldn't go to a theater to see it.
there's these like, well, you know about them, Sharknado,
Yeah.
Piranha. You know, this falls into that category, but it like for some reason got a budget because that bear looks good.
They put Ice Cube Jr. in that.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into this movie for it to be like one of those ridiculous
You know,
movies.
you know why I feel so bad though. I think, dude, like God bless Ray Liotta's soul, but like that's the last movie he was in.
Yeah,
Where was he at financially? Poor fucking guy. Like
it may be an amazing movie that this was worth
can't be,
dying
though.
for.
It can't be though.
You said you're excited for Avatar, which I'm not.
I
'Cause
do. I think the
I
second
did
one's
not
gonna
like
be
the
good.
first one. I was trying to see what
James
else.
Cameron knows what he's doing. I believe in the vision.
I'm kind of excited for Mario. Like,
Show me Blue Fern Gully.
I'm holding. Yeah, right. Oh, the new Joker movie.
Not excited because I heard it's a musical.
Yeah, but
And I love Joaquin Phoenix, and I believe in anything he wants to do. Like, I believe he'll commit. It'll be good. He killed Johnny Cash. Like, he
yeah, 100%.
walked the line is fantastic.
I just feel like he wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't going to be like worth doing. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I just don't understand how you're going to play the Joker.
I'll watch it and then I'll
turn
let you
around
know.
and do a fucking song and dance number.
I think that's what they're like trying to paint it as like a marketing thing, but it might be very like subtle. Maybe. I don't know. What about Megan?
No. Absolutely.
Me and you
fucking
both looked
not.
at each other after this trailer and we're like, no, we're not going to watch that because
That
that's,
is nightmare fuel.
dude, when she got on all fours and started running, I was like,
If I were you, I'd
absolutely
run.
100% not. That scared the shit out of me. And it was just a trailer.
I've never been that fucking uncomfortable.
And when
for
she was
2.5
like
minutes.
dancing in the hallway, dude, that shit gave me chills. Like, whoever is making this movie, good job at creeping me the fuck out because fuck that. Oh shit, guess what else is coming out this 2023? Mad Max The Wasteland.
Is Tom Hardy in it though?
I don't know. Yes. Top cast, Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Charlize Theron.
Oh, really? Because I
Chris
heard
Hemsworth.
that she wasn't going to be in it, or he wasn't going to be in it. One or the other.
They're both in it. They're both credited, so. Or it's what if it's like a flashback and they're only in it for like a scene. Either way, I'm excited because he can do no wrong.
Well, I heard that they were talking about making it like Furiosa. Would
Yeah. It was going to be her.
the focus because I guess like Tom Hardy was having a hard time lining the shit up to do it. He was like, I can't just sit around and wait for fucking 10 years to do these movies.
Right.
But the first one was so fucking popular and so big. Like, why is it taking this long? It's like Avatar. It's probably the
gonna say
only other
James
movie
Cameron.
other than Avatar I can think of that's just like, why the fuck is it taking you this long to make another
Yeah,
one?
but you know how long it took him to do the first one? Like, just because we didn't have a first one to compare it to. The original Mad Maxes came out in the fucking 80s, early
No,
90s.
I get
It's
that.
been 20 years.
But the reason why was because all the fucking George Miller had to fucking sit out there in the desert for 2 years practicing these stunts
Yeah.
with people because I'm assuming every insurance company was like, yeah, fuck you. We're never going to sign off on dudes playing guitar on bungee cords hanging from moving fucking rigs. Like, no, absolutely
It
not.
was so worth it, though.
They would all die.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you know what I mean? And like, there's flames shooting out of shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it makes sense. But like, once you did it and you proved that you could do it safely and it could be a hit critically and financially,
Yeah.
and then it still takes 10 more fucking years to do it. Like,
Right.
he ain't done that many fucking Venom movies, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's been time for it.
Tom Hardy is a hot commodity right now.
I get it, but like, he's still like, he's done all these different movies that like, he still knocks them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know. I'm not trying to rush greatness by any means. I obviously don't do this shit for a living, so I'm not going to try to pretend like I know, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
It does suck when you have those like big leaps. Like I was watching Bloodline, that show,
Mm.
And once I got to the last season, it was so far between like seasons that I was like, I don't care anymore.
Right.
Oh, but
it kind of hits. Sometimes it can kind of hinder the hype. You know what I'm saying? The build up. If you let it cool off before you do it. You know?
Either way, I'm still excited. So
because I like honestly think about it though. Like if they would have done Avatar 2 3 years after Avatar 1. And it became the most highest.
It would make
grossing,
$1 trillion.
Thank you.
Yeah,
right?
It would make $1 trillion.
It's like Avengers movies. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter. Like what it's about. It's gonna make the money. But you wait 13 years. Like you know what I mean? I can't imagine anybody being like, "Yeah, that's gonna be that good."
It's one of those things. He's waiting for people to have kids old enough to take them to the
Tell
movie.
them
They're
about
like,
the Legend
remember
of Avatar.
this movie? I grew up on this movie. I've been waiting for this for as long as you've been born.
That's true. Maybe he's cashing in. Like
now those kids are gonna grow up and have to wait till the fucking third. Now apparently they're gonna come out every year like Star Wars did.
Well, Sam Worthington was on Fallon the other night, and they was asking him. He's like, "Can you tell us?" Like, he's like, "We've heard that y'all have filmed like 3 or 4 of these already," and he's like, "I can tell you a little bit." He's like, "We've obviously done the whole second one." He's like, "And we've done parts of the third and fourth." He goes, "Because we had to worry about the kids getting too old, so we had to shoot their scenes so they could still be passable, you know, so they didn't age out as quick." He's like, but other than that, he's like, no, we still got to go shoot the shit. He talked about like with this one, because obviously it's the way of water, but like he had to be underwater for hours shooting shit.
Yeah.
So like he would just like, because you had to decompress because they were in these like deep ass pools. So he said that he would just take his breaks underwater and the camera crew would just give him the fucking oxygen. And
he's such a fucking extra guy.
Dude, like I was just like,
he's on another level.
Fucking dedication.
Right.
Because he's like, I'm 47 years old. He goes, it takes me longer to get out of the fucking pool than to just stay down there. He's like, so I just stay down there. I'm like, that's insane, dude. It's also badass.
Yeah, he's on another level, that James Cameron.
So yeah, I think the 2023 is going to be a fucking movie, son.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited now that I looked at all those movies. Like Cocaine Bear is probably number 1 that I'm most excited for. So
that's fucking shocking.
We went and saw this movie, and I just used it as my pick because it just fell under that week. But so I figured I would just let you have next week and still just stay on the rotation. So it's going to be your pick. And you wanted to start Christmas movies. Well, this starts the Christmas movies, but now we're going to get into like the classics.
Well, I mean, I think you have to go with the biggest.
What's that?
Christmas movie of all time. If you're gonna do
if
it.
you say Die Hard, I'm shutting down the podcast.
You know that's what I want to say though. Like this movie, you can't say it doesn't fucking go with it. Like not just the Christmas aspect, but the fucking action too. But for the sake of it, I won't go Die Hard. I'm gonna try to pick something else. We did Office Christmas Party last year, and we did Night Before, so we did Jingle All the Way. So my options are getting limited, like as far as like what I can pick.
What are you talking about? You can pick whatever you want. There's so many Christmas movies out there.
I know, but there's not good Christmas movies out there. Not tons, anyways, that I consider good.
Yeah, it's all personal preference. Because there's some people out there, they only want to watch those like love story Christmas movies.
Right.
There's some that only want action Christmas movies. Some people only like horror Christmas movies. So it's all personal preference.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go Christmas Vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
Chevy Chase.
You know what I mean? You won't let me have Die Hard, so we're gonna go Christmas Vacation. You're gonna have to deal with Chevy if you don't want to deal with Bruce.
Okay. Were you really gonna pick Die Hard?
I was thinking about it, yeah.
You were thinking about it?
I was like an 80-20.
80-20.
Because like I was like, I want to do Christmas Vacation, but I'd rather do Die Hard. Because I haven't watched Die Hard yet.
Well, we can leave it for the after Christmas party. We could talk about Die Hard if you want to.
Okay.
Because it'll be your pick, then my pick. Then you'll have another one, but it'll probably be after Christmas.
Okay. Well, I'll probably do like a New Year's movie. We'll probably do New Year's Eve.
There's not a lot of New Year's movies, are there?
We'll do New Year's Eve with Ashton Kutcher. It's really
haven't seen
mediocre.
I was going to say most of the shit he's done is mediocre.
It might be Valentine's Day I'm thinking of. But I know they made a New Year's Day too.
Yeah.
Oh, we do When Harry Met Sally. That's a fucking New Year's movie.
Yeah.
That's a good New Year's movie. It's a great New Year's movie. You Got Mail feels like a Christmas movie, even though it's not really.
I haven't seen it in so long. Is it a Christmas movie?
It's part of the movie takes place during Christmas.
Does it?
Because like it shows their whole like relationship, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because Tom Hanks figures out that it's her before she figures out it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like the whole thing. Like he like fucked with her and then was like, I want to be with you.
Right.
It is a really good movie.
I haven't seen it in so long, but, you know. Well, we'll just come to that bridge when we cross it. But.
So Christmas Vacation it is.
Okay. Christmas vacation next week, y'all. Hopefully I feel better till then. But till then.
Later.
Later.